Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we will continue with our chapter number 1, Ncert Science Class 7, Nutrition in Plants. Let's begin with the chapter. 1.2 Photosynthesis, Food Making Process in Plants. Leaves are the food factories of plants. Therefore, all the raw materials must reach the leaf. In these two lines, it is said that the food factories of plants are leaves. Like in our house, okay, in every house, there is one kitchen or 2 or 3 kitchens, okay, kitchens in which we prepare our food, okay, and here plants also need a kitchen now, so their kitchen is leaves prepare food. And in second line it is said that all the raw materials must reach the leaf. Like we go to shop, okay, we go to shop and buy vegetables, and we keep them in refrigerators or in the kitchen now, and we cook food in kitchens now, not in living rooms or bedrooms, no, in kitchens only, okay. Like that, in leaves only we prepare food, and all the raw materials have to reach the leaves only, okay. In leaves there is refrigerator also, okay. In leaves all the raw materials should be reached. Next, water and minerals present in the soil are absorbed by the roots and transported to the leaves. Now, we have learned in our first para that plants need carbon dioxide. Here we have revised now that plants here, see, here we have revised now. Here it is written that plants are the only organisms that can prepare food for themselves by using water, carbon dioxide and minerals. Here minerals is written now. This minerals is very important. So it comes from roots. Roots give it to stem, and stem give that water and minerals to the leaves, okay. Now next is carbon dioxide from air is taken in through the tiny pores present on the surface of leaves. Now here it is written that that carbon dioxide from air is taken in through tiny pores present on the surface of leaves. This means that the air, I have told you now that in air there are so many gases like carbon dioxide, oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide is needed by plants now. That carbon dioxide comes from the tiny pores present on the surface of leaves. In leaves, some tiny pores are there. If you will see from microscope now, you will see that it has small tiny pores, okay. It can't be seen by naked eyes, okay. These pores are surrounded by guard cells, okay. These are by guard cells, okay. Guard cells, they have some guard cells that protect them from other organisms, okay. Such pores are called stomata. These tiny pores are known as stomata. These tiny pores are known as stomata. It is very important that what do you mean by stomata? Stomata are the tiny pores present on the surface of leaves through which, or you can directly write that, carbon dioxide from the air is taken in through the tiny pores present on the surface of leaves. These pores are surrounded by guard cells. Such pores are called stomata. This will be the definition of stomata. Okay. Now, let's read this box. This box is about cells, and this is the diagram of cells. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's count how many cells are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 cells joined together. Okay, and it is defined that what is nucleus, cytoplasm, cell membrane. Let's read about them. After that, I will tell you what do you mean by this. You have seen that buildings are made of bricks. We have seen now that buildings are made of bricks. We have seen when we go on a road or somewhere else, if their construction is going on, we see there are so many bricks. Okay, there are so many bricks. They are making the houses with that bricks. Okay, similarly, the bodies of living organisms are made of tiny units called cells. Now, we have seen that house is made of bricks. Okay, and now our body is made of tiny units called cells. Like in our body there are so tiny cells of which we are made of. Okay, there are so many tiny cells, we cannot see them with the naked eyes. Like we cannot see stomata with the naked eyes, in the same way we cannot see cells with the naked eyes. Okay, and this question is important. Please underline this. The bodies of living organisms are made of tiny units called cells. Okay. Next, cells can be seen only under the microscope. I have told you that cells can be seen only under microscope. Next, some organisms are made of only one cell. There are some organisms that are made of only one cell. Okay. There are few organisms that are made of only one cell. Okay. Now imagine that we cannot see a single cell with the naked eye, and that organism which is made of only one cell, we cannot see that organism with the naked eyes also. We have to use microscope to see that organism. Okay. Next, the cell is enclosed by a thin outer boundary called the cell membrane. Now there is one more extra question. What do you mean by cell membrane? The cell is enclosed by a thin outer boundary called the cell membrane. We can also write it like this. Cell membrane is a thin outer boundary which is enclosed, which is enclosed by the cell. Okay, this will be definition of cell membrane. Next it is that most cells have a distinct centrally located spherical structure called the nucleus. Now in this it is said that most of the cells have distinct centrally located spherical structure called the nucleus. Now what will be the definition of nucleus? That cells have a distinct centrally located spherical structure called the nucleus. Okay, and definition will be the bodies of living organisms are made of tiny units called cells. Okay, is it understand? Okay, next. The nucleus is surrounded by a jelly-like substance called cytoplasm. Now, we have learned that cells have a thin outer boundary called the cell membrane, and most of the cells have centrally located spherical structure called the nucleus, and that nucleus is surrounded by a jelly-like structure. There are jellies that we eat, soft jellies, like that only. There is a thing that is surrounded by nucleus. That substance is known as cytoplasm. What will be the definition of cytoplasm? The nucleus is surrounded by a jelly-like substance called cytoplasm. Is it clear? Okay. Now, where is it? Now we will see diagram of cell. Okay. Now, see. This is a nucleus. This small circle is called nucleus. Okay, and nucleus is surrounded by a jelly-like structure which is known as cytoplasm. This yellow portion is cytoplasm. Okay, and what is cell membrane? Cell membrane is a thin outer covering. This line you are seeing, a black lines, and this line is known as cell membrane. Okay, cell membrane. They have told us in 3 diagrams. Now we will see it in one diagram. Like in this diagram, let's define nucleus, cytoplasm. Okay, nucleus, cytoplasm, and cell membrane. Okay, now see, this is nucleus. Okay, this is nucleus. Okay, this is called nucleus. Nucleus. Okay, what this portion is called? Nucleus. What is the spelling of nucleus? Nucleus. S. Okay, and what this portion is called? This portion is called cytoplasm. Okay, cytoplasm. And what is this thin boundary called? Cell membrane. Membrane, not BRAIN, it's BRANE. Okay, it's membrane, cell membrane. Okay, not BRAIN, it's BRANE. Now begins with our other para. Now Buju has a question. Buju wants to know how water and minerals absorbed by roots reach the leaves. Now Buju is thinking that how water and minerals absorbed by roots reach the leaves. Now I have told you now that water and minerals is absorbed by roots and it gives it to leaves. But how does it reach to the leaves? Now let's read the answer. Water and minerals are transported to the leaves by the vessels which run like pipes throughout the root, the stem, the branches and the leaves. They form a continuous path or passage for the nutrients to reach the leaf. They are called vessels. Okay, now water and minerals. This will be your extra question. Question will be how water and minerals absorbed by roots reach the leaves. Okay, this can be your extra question, and this extra question answer will be water and minerals are transported to the leaves by the vessels which run like pipes throughout the root, the stem, the branches and the leaves. They form a continuous path or passage for the nutrients to reach the leaf. They are called vessels. Okay. Now, if it will be 1 mark question, its answer will be the water and minerals absorbed by roots reach the leaves through the vessels. If it will be 2 or 3 marks question, its answer will be water and minerals are transported to the leaves by the vessels which run like pipes throughout the root, the stem, the branches and the leaves. They form a continuous path or passage for the nutrients to reach the leaf. They are called vessels. Okay, this is very important question. Don't forget this question. Okay, Paheli also has a question. Let's read her question. Paheli wants to know what is so special about the leaves that they can synthesize food but other parts of the plant cannot. Now she has a question that does leaf have a special thing that only it can synthesize food, not other parts of the plant? Let's read this question's answer also. The leaves have a green pigment called chlorophyll. It helps leaves to capture the energy of the sunlight. Now, it is said that only leaves has chlorophyll. Okay, chlorophyll. What is the color of chlorophyll? Green, because it has green pigment. Okay, it has green pigment, so its color is green and it is called chlorophyll. Now, what will be the definition of chlorophyll? It will be the leaves have a green pigment called chlorophyll. Okay, the leaves have a green pigment called chlorophyll. Okay, called chlorophyll. called chlorophyll. Now underline the definition of chlorophyll. The leaves have a green pigment called chlorophyll. Okay, and if the question will be what is the function of chlorophyll in the leaves, the answer will be it helps leaves to capture the energy of the sunlight. This energy is used to synthesize, prepare food from carbon dioxide and water. Okay, now the question is that what is the function of chlorophyll in leaves? Its answer will be it helps leaves to capture the energy of the sunlight. This energy is used to synthesize, prepare. Synthesize means prepare, okay? Food from carbon dioxide, water and water. This means that chlorophyll helps to capture energy. Capture means to take energy, okay? To take energy from the sunlight. This energy, the energy that chlorophyll capture that energy is used to prepare food from carbon dioxide and water. Okay, now next, since the synthesis of food occurs in the presence of sunlight, it is called photosynthesis. Now, what is the meaning of photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is a process to synthesize food for the plant. Okay? Photo means light, synthesis means to combine. Photo means light, synthesize means to combine. Okay? If the definition of photosynthesis will come in only 1 mark, the answer will be photosynthesis means the process in which food is prepared by the help of carbon dioxide, water, sunlight and minerals. Okay, if it comes in more than 1 marks, the answer will be that photosynthesis is the process in which okay, we have to explain it so long. I will tell you now only. The answer will be from here. Let's mark the answer here. From here, water, leaves are the food factories of the plant, therefore all the raw materials must reach the leaf. Water and minerals present in the soil are absorbed by the roots and transported to the leaves. Carbon dioxide from air is taken in. Please mark this also, and from here we'll write through the tiny pores present on the surface of leaves. These pores are surrounded by guard cells. Such pores are called stomata. Okay, mark this also, and next it will be water and minerals are transported to the leaves by the vessels which run like pipes throughout the root, the stem, the branches and the leaves. They form a continuous path of passage for the nutrients to reach the leaf. They are called vessels. You will learn more about transport of materials. Sorry, we don't have to do this, only till vessels. Okay, please mark till here. Now from here we have to do, the leaves have a green pigment called chlorophyll. It helps leaves to capture the energy of the sunlight. This energy is used to synthesize, prepare food from carbon dioxide and water. Since the synthesis of food occurs in presence of sunlight, it is called photosynthesis. Okay, we can also write this also, which is in bracket. Photo means light, synthesize means to combine. Okay, now So we find that chlorophyll, sunlight, carbon dioxide and water are necessary to carry out the processes of photosynthesis. It is a unique process on the earth. The solar energy is captured by the leaves and stored in the plant in the form of food. Now I have tell you the definition of photosynthesis of 1 mark, 5 marks, and for 3 marks you have to write this only, that chlorophyll, sunlight, carbon dioxide and water are necessary to carry out the processes of photosynthesis. It is a unique process on the earth. The solar energy is captured by the leaves and stored in the plant in the form of food. The sun is the only this much, okay? Now if it comes that a fill-up is also made from this bold line, that thus sun is the ultimate source of energy for all living dash. It can be this also, and it can be this also, that the dash is the ultimate source of energy for all living organisms. It can be like this also, the sun is the ultimate source of dash for all living organisms. Just you have to learn this line, okay? Now next, in the absence of photosynthesis, there would not be any food. The survival of almost all living organisms, directly or indirectly, depends upon the food made by the plants besides oxygen, which is essential for the survival of all living organisms is produced during photosynthesis. In the absence of photosynthesis, life would be impossible on the earth. Now here it is said that if photosynthesis will not be there, we will not be able to survive, because through photosynthesis oxygen is produced, and through photosynthesis carrot, radish and other vegetables and fruits are produced. So we will not be able to survive. The life would be impossible in the absence of photosynthesis. The extra question can be, this question will be, can you imagine life on the earth in the absence of photosynthesis? And the answer will be, in the absence of photosynthesis, there would not be any food. The survival of almost all living organisms, directly or indirectly, depends upon the food made by the plants besides oxygen, which is essential for the survival. Please mark until survival marked. Next we will mark from here, of all organisms is produced during photosynthesis. In the absence of photosynthesis, life would be impossible on the earth, okay? Next we will do in our next part. Thank you. Please like and subscribe and share my channel. Thank you, and next we will do in our next video. Bye bye.